Hello, my name is Tina Gavurkic, and I am Northern Stamper. Thank you for joining me. Now, my husband always tells me I have a screw loose, and apparently there's something to prove that. So if I fall off my chair, I think I know where I've lost my screw. Anyways, thank you for joining me. As I said, my name is Tina Gavurkic, and I am Northern Stamper. Today is Tuesday. Very exciting day. Takeaway Tuesday. I'm glad you're able to join me. Today we are using our last card with Bottle of Happiness and the punch. I hope you have been enjoying the cards we've been making. So let's get this started. Hello. I do apologize. Last night I was supposed to have a team bingo event. I am so sorry. I was unable to do that. I had to visit the hospital for a bit of an emergency, but I am good now, and I do apologize. Those that had submitted payment will be refunded that money. I totally am so sorry about that. But anyways, let's get started. Now, there are some great things coming up in October. I have a bunch of classes that you don't want to miss. We are going to be having a dice challenge on the community page. You don't want to miss that. That is always a hoot, and we never know what is coming up. Oh yes, I am fine now. Thank you very much for asking. My doctor was concerned because I was feeling a little lightheaded, and with my kidney disease and everything, he was worried about that. So I went to emergency and spent 8 lovely hours with the hospital staff. Lovely people. They work so hard, but everything is good now. I probably will have a little nap a little later, but today is all about crafting. So what we're doing, our last card is with Bottle of Happiness. Have you been creating with the Bottle of Happiness and the punch? No? Well, you want to definitely get the punch for the bottle because there is a coordinating vintage Christmas stamp set in the mini catalog that you don't want to miss. We are going to be doing some cards with that. I'm not doing a month on that, but I will be showing you some cards, and let's be making maybe I'll make some videos on some of the cards that we're making. Just to let you know, next month, October, which is just flying by, is going to be a Takeaway Tuesday, and we are using the Flurry, Joyful Flurry dies and stamp set. They are fantastic. We started making some last, Sunday? I think we did some Sunday. And I got to show you what we did. So we created this card. Isn't it fantastic? Very stunning. The dark color on the white. And we did a little bit of heat embossing there and stuff like that. So take a look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Great fun. This bundle is $69.25. You may want to grab that. If you would like to join us for the October Takeaway Tuesday, let me know. I have a couple of packages left. Oh, where did that come from? A couple of packages left that I can pop in the mail today and get it out to you in time for October. So let me know below. I have 5 left. So if you'd like that, let me know. So October is all about snowflakes. And let's see. Yes, so snowflakes, it's going to be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss that. All right. What else is coming in October? Oh, yes. They just announced a new join bonus deal for the starter kit. And you want to grab that because in October, if you are located close to me in the Durham region, I am taking all of my team members out for dinner. Yay! To celebrate the kickoff of October, which is like the Stamping Up New Year. And we're going to go out for a nice German schnitzel dinner on me. If you are on my team and you live a little further away and are unable to attend, don't worry. I have you covered. May not be a schnitzel, but I got you covered. I love my team. They are fantastic, and I want to show my appreciation to them. So if you're thinking about getting the starter kit, the bonus is you get to choose $206 worth of goodies. And that means you could get a cut and boss machine, or you can get a ton of like bundles. Like when you do your starter kit, add the bundles. That is one of the secrets. Always add a bundle. Doesn't matter what it is, add a bundle. Cut and boss machine, some stamp sets, some ink pads, some papers. Join my team. You don't want to miss it, because I also do some free events and for my team members. So it's a lot of fun. And if you're interested, comment below or drop me an email, northernstamper@gmail.com. So anyways, I want to thank Deb. This is a great card. I love this card. Check out this card, okay? She heat embossed on vellum, cut it out, and embossed the basic white. Isn't that gorgeous? Love this card. I really do. I think I'm going to give that a try, maybe for the heat embossing month of November. I think it's fantastic. I just love that. Oh, gotta put that on my board. Also, check out one of the cards that I made with my friend with the bottle of happiness. Just love it. We were sitting around just kind of kicking back and making some cards with the bottled happiness. So lots of fun. Okay, so if you have any questions, comment below or drop me an email, northernstamper@gmail.com. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to get started. You are going to need your little package, and you're going to notice I put my little packages in a little case so they don't fall out. And these are actually Stampin' Up! Cases. These are actually very cool, inexpensive, and I use them for a lot of stuff, so they keep up all of my items in here. So for each Tuesday, that's what I have them in. All right, I got lots of thumbs up. Okay, let's get onto the camera mount. All right, let's go. Okay, as I mentioned, oops, there we go. Join my team or grab the starter kit October the 4th to 31st. Okay, it is going to be a great deal. $206 worth of product, anything that you want, for only $135, no shipping, no tax, and it doesn't matter where you are in Canada. So you can join my team and we will have lots of fun. If you need references, let me know. I know I have a lot of great, lovely ladies that are on the team, and they are so super talented. Now, today what we're going to do, if you're looking for ink colors, you may want a green, so I'm using Soft Succulent. Okay, whoops, there's a little glare on there. Soft Succulent, a green. Now, we are going to be doing some flowers, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do Pale Papaya or Sweet Sorbet. I wasn't really sure, or Crushed Curry. So I'm going to leave it up to you what color my flowers are going to be. Sweet Sorbet, Pale Papaya, or Crushed Curry. So you let me know. So you got some colors for the flowers. Okay. And there's a couple of colors for the bottle that we're going to stamp. I wasn't sure if I wanted Starry Sky or Orchid Oasis. So there we go. Not sure. And I kind of do this so that you know that it doesn't matter what colors that you choose. They always turn out fantastic. All right. So let's get our packages ready. Okay. There is a strip of designer series paper. We may have to cut this down, but that's okay. A piece of basic white, or is that, nope, apparently that is just my notes. There's a ribbon, some scrap papers of basic white, a piece of white, and we are going to be cutting this down, down to a little bit of a different size, and our card base. Okay, there we go. So give me a thumbs up when you have all that ready, and we will get started. You are definitely going to need your trimmer to cut down some of these items. And that is another great item to add into your starter kit. I don't know about you, but I love my trimmer. I think it is fantastic. It's one of the best purchases that I made. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are actually going to take our basic white. If it is not trimmed down, let's trim it down. So I'm going to take it down to 5 inches. Okay, so 5 inches high. Or you can actually make it even smaller than that. It depends on how much you want the edge around. So maybe I'm going to take it even down further. So I'm going to take it down by another 1/8. So that was 1, 2, 3. So I took it down 3 marks. So what I'll do is at the 4 1/4. So that's 4, 1, 2, and 3. And I just want this basic white to be smaller than the card base because I want a nice thick edge all the way around. Okay, so it's up to you. If you want a thinner edge, that is fine. That is totally up to you. You can definitely do that. But I wanted a nice thick one. Okay, what we are also going to do, we will put this aside for the moment. We will be cutting our DSP down, but I wanted to do that a little later. So I have my basic white, and I'm going to choose, or I'm going to let you choose what color we are going to do. Sweet sorbet, pale papaya, or crushed curry. Let me know in the comments. First person that comments will get to pick the color. So I'm not really sure. They are all such lovely colors, and I love them all. So for me, it's a very hard choice. So I'm going to leave that there. And what we're going to do is we are going to be using the flowers in the bottled happiness. So we want to grab that. Sweet sorbet. Gail wants sweet sorbet, so that is what it will be. Okay. So I took the little flowers, okay, and as you can see, when you got your stamp set, there are some little, what are those? I would call those, I don't know, butterfly bush or whatever. They look like butterfly bush to me, and those are going to be at the top. So I know that, so there they are there, and I'm going to place them on the block, okay? So I know there's the little butterfly bushes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp in the sweet sorbet, as Gail suggested, and plop that a little closer, higher up to the top, okay? So there we go, got the butterfly bush, and placing it on. What a great color. Oh dear, there's cat hair on there. So you know what happens when there's cat hair? We just, flip it over. And we're definitely going to clean our stamp before we do again. Okay, you can tell how much I've used this stamp set. I've got cat hair everywhere. So there we go. Do a really good cleaning. Okay. All right, so let's try that again. Sweet sorbet. Good thing there's 2 sides to a card, to a piece of paper. Actually, there's more if you have more pieces. Oh, look, no cat hair. Woohoo! Okay, so I have my flowers with the butterfly bush, and I'm not sure what those other flowers are. And now we are going to be placing in our leaves. And that is going to be in the soft succulent color. Okay, I'm going to place that on. Now, when you use this, you do have to line up the centers of the flowers, all of them, to make sure that it will line up properly. Okay, there we go. I'm glad everybody is here. Amy, Diane, Lori, thank you for joining me. Now I need to stand up for this. So as I said, I'm looking through and I'm lining up all of the little flower centers, and that is the trick. Okay, just take your time. There we go. I've lined them up, and there we go. Okay, so they're a little off, but that's okay. You know what? Maybe I'll put little gems on them, and you'll never know. All right, flip it over, but that one's got cat hair on it. Okay, so I have my little flowers, right? And I'm going to leave this off to the side. Okay, and I'm going to get my scrap of paper, and we are going to stamp a bottle on there. So they've got the two bottle shapes here. Now, this is if you just wanted to add a little bit more accent. I'm going to show you with both of them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bottle, okay, and I'm going to place it on. Oh, that block is too small, so we know not that block. Okay, place it on the block. And this looks like Orchid Oasis. See, it matches, so I am going to make that bottle in Orchid Oasis. Now, this is going to be a dark color, and I wanted to use the shadow piece on the bottle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp off, actually put that under there. So I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to stamp off, which means I'm going to stamp 1. Now it's going to be dark, and I don't want it so dark, so I'm going to use the second generation stamp 2. There we go. So it is much lighter. I can definitely use this for another card, so I'm going to keep that off to the side. And I'm going to get the image of that bottle shape and place it on top. Okay, this is a very simple card to create. So we got that on there. And let's do full strength. Just line it up and carefully pop it on. See, it adds a little bit more. It's a little darker. See, that, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is punch that out. I love that color. I think out of all of the new in colors, I think the Orchid Oasis is my absolute favorite. I don't know about you. What is your favorite in color? There's Starry Sky, Sweet Sorbet. Oh my goodness, there's so many to choose from, but from the in colors, I think Orchid Oasis is my favorite. So I'm going to punch that out. There we go. And it will sit roughly about there on the flower. So when you look, there's a little kind of a half crescent moon. That's where it is going to sit. But before I place that on, I want to put my designer series paper on the bottom. So there's two sides to it. I don't know which one I want. Place it over. Oh, they're both so pretty. Oh my goodness, I think I'm going to do the darker side with the dots. And I'm just going to place that on the bottom. Here we go. And I'll just snip off anything that is overhanging. Okay, like I said, very simple card. This is super, super easy to make. Okay, and oh, I got a little bit hanging off. I can see a little bit of white, so I'm going to take my trimmer. And I'm just going to take a little bit off so it's nice and flush. There, that is much better. Now you can't see that little bit of white hanging over. Okay, let's get our card base and we can assemble this up. Okay, so that will go roughly in the center, and I'm going to use my dimensionals to pop it up. Okay, a little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom. There we go. We'll place that right in the center. Okay. And with our bottle, there, what you can do is take some of your ribbon, if you like. You can wrap it around a little bit. I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually wrap a little bit around. And I'm going to just go around just once, I think. Okay. I'm going to tape that down. Make sure it's nice and secure. And I'm going to go around once. Oh, maybe I'll go around twice. And tape it. And then we'll make a little bow on the front. Okay, there we go. I'm going to place this bottle down right on top, again with dimensionals, to add some height. There we go. I've been having a lot of fun with this stamp set. And I'm really looking forward to using the vintage Christmas with it on some Christmas cards. This will look really nice. So again, where that half moon is, that's where my ball is going to lay. And I'm just going to make a little bow out of this ribbon, and we'll place it on top. Now this is the Starry Sky ribbon. It's a little darker, but I think it works really well with the Orchid Oasis. There we go, on that color. Okay, got our little bow. Convince it for the little flag parts to go down. Oh, and some glue dots to hold it. Super simple card. You can probably get this card off in no time at all. Probably takes less than 10 minutes. Put the little bow on. And we want to have a little bit of a sentiment, so grab a scrap of paper, a little scrap of basic white, and I'm just going to choose one of these little sending cheers. Let's just take the sending cheer, and we will cut that out freehand. Okay. I'm just looking for the A block, so it's a much smaller, and I'm going to do it in Orchid Oasis. Okay, ink it up just like that, and just do. Your fingers are always a little too big to tie tiny bows. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Some days my fingers just don't want to work. So I'm going to cut that, and I'm just going to cut it freehand and go along the shape. And I'll cut this on an angle on both sides. There we go. Again with the dimensionals, just a little note of cheer, and off it can go into the mail. I'm going to pop that off. I can send it right on top or just off to the side. Off to this side, I think I'll place it right there. Now, a card's not done if you can always add gems. And I'm just going to grab, let's see, I've got little different ones that I have in my bits and bobs. Let's see what color works the best on here. Oh, that one actually works really nice. You don't have to be stuck to one particular color. You know what? Just kind of work with what you have. They have different ones, and a lot of them. Oh, wow. I think those little, oh, definitely. Oh, those little green ones are the ones I'm going to use. And I'll place it on some of the ones that are a little off to kind of draw the eye away from those little. Oh, there we go. They're popping away. There we go. There. Whoop. Wow, they look actually quite nice on there. The green looks really nice. Oh, guess that one wants to be up there, but there we go. Put them in the center of the flowers. Oh, that looks really nice with the green. I think any gems that you can add. Oh, it's like little bits of popcorn everywhere. And it will just add a little bit. This is what, oh geez, what makes a card a little bit more attractive, I think. There we go. I have one left, and I'll place it on there. Look at that. Hides all those little boo-boos. There we go. Ta-da! Oh, that turned out really nice. Now, I'm going to just add a little bit of Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to gently touch along the bottle. Now, I don't want the ink to kind of smudge, so I'm carefully doing little dots on the bottle. Because if I start painting, it, the Wink of Stella will smudge some of the ink. And I don't really want to do that, so I'm just going to carefully go along. So there we go. There is a very simple card using bottled happiness. There you go. I'd love to see what yours looks like. Did you embellish with little rhinestones too? Oh, look, there it is. Oh, very sparkly. Very sparkly. So, very simple card using the bottled happiness. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to say goodbye properly, so hold on. Whoop. Hello. So, thank you for joining me for the month of September using the bottled happiness. I hope you enjoyed it and got some ideas. Join me for October. If you want the package for October, drop me a comment and I'll send it out. I have 5 left. And we are doing the snowflakes. Joyful Flurries. Love it! Oh, just love. But then I love them all. So, anyways, until next week or until I see you on Facebook again, have a lovely, lovely day. And post your cards. I'd love to see what color you chose for your flowers or what bling you put on your card. Take care and have a great day. Bye.